What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do something a little different. Haven't seen too many videos on YouTube about how to change this part on a 392 motor, so we'll be showing you how to do that in this video. It is the water pump. For some reason, Dodge and these Hemi motors, they've had a bad rep with these water pumps, and at 61,000 miles, mine just went out. So I took it to the dealer. The price there was a little out of my range, so I just went ahead to another dealer, bought the part myself, and I'll be installing it here. I don't know if y'all can see, but the bearing here is it's moving just a little bit now, but when I start the car, it moves a lot. So it's gonna be a little process. I'm not saying I'm the best at this, but let's see if I can make it happen. I'm gonna give y'all a little start of the car, then we'll be able to hear and see what's all going on. And it's just gonna be a little tutorial, a little step by step. Try not to make it too long, but you'll be able to see. You know, if you have a 392, really for the 392s, the 5.7s, the 6.2s, they all have the same water pump. So it's essentially the same thing, but if you're just looking exactly for the 392s, this would be the video to watch if you want to go ahead and change out your water pump yourself. So I'm gonna crank this thing up. Y'all should be able to hear and see this thing jumping around. You can already hear it. I mean, you can hear that. It's not supposed to sound like that. It's not jumping around today for some reason. Obviously, because I'm recording, stuff like that tends to happen, but it's not jumping around like it has been the past couple of days. So just wanted to let y'all hear what it sounds like. And then, so yeah, I mean, if you hear that noise, don't think it's your belt. It's possibly that it's your water pump. So like I said, these things are notorious for going out on these Hemi motors. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit, and then we're gonna start getting to the replacement of this water pump. All right, so first thing you want to do is you want to drain the coolant. Got the car jacked up here, so you want to drain the coolant. Your drain port for these 392s is on the passenger side. See this line here? And your little valve is right here. Now what I did was I took off the undercarriage, the protector right there. This is gonna be like 7 millimeters for these little screws here. And then for your oil, where your oil plug is, that is a 10 millimeter bolt there. So you'll need a 7 and a 10 millimeter. And I used a little pry tool to get these little things out of there too. So go ahead, use a pry tool, and that's just to give me more access to get under there and be able to drain it properly. So now it's time to start draining. All right, so now I got all the coolant drained in this little thing here. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back underneath so I can go ahead and put the car back down. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the car back down so I can get to the top and start working up there. Okay. All right, so I already got the bottom put back on. Up here at the top, what you want to do is you have your tensioner there. There's a little square that you can put your ratchet square tip inside of, and you want to crank it to the right, and it'll loosen up the belt, then you can go ahead and just take your belt off. I also went ahead and took off the hose where your thermostat is. I'm not replacing the thermostat, just the water pump today. So that's how you get your belt off, like I said. And your tensioner pulley, there's a little, I can't get it to focus in, but there's a little square down there, and you just put the tip of it here. There we go. And then you just crank it to the right, and you'll go ahead and loosen up that belt and get that belt off. Alright, so I went ahead and took off the tensioner pulley. You'll have to take this off anyways because it's going to be blocking one of the bolts, so you can't like get around that. You have to take it off. Also took off this pulley here because same thing, it's going to be blocking a bolt. This one was a 13 millimeter. The tensioner pulley, I use a 5/8 to get that one off. Get that in there. Yeah, I use a 5/8 to get that one off. So it'll look like this. And the other one went there. So on to the next spot. So here we have the old part and the new part. The old part, that thing is not supposed to be moving like that. New part, no movement at all. So I'm gonna get this all cleaned up down here. That radiator hose was hard, that bottom one. It was hard to take off, but we got it. And look, like I said, got a lot of play. So eventually it was gonna give out. But here go the new one. Gotta make sure you have this gasket, because without this gasket, you'll have some big issues. Alright, so I got the new water pump on here. Did take me a little while. Now I'm not gonna lie, this video may be a 10 or 15 minute video on YouTube, but it did take me a couple hours to get it drained, to get it back up, and take the old one off, put the new one on. So be cautious. This is like a 2 to 3 hour process if you have everything you need right in front of you. If not, it's gonna be a little bit longer than that. So like I said, I did put the new one on. It's looking good. I just need to put the belt on, and I'll put my coolant back in, and we are done. Finito. We will be finished. That new one look clean. Like I said, this is the old one. Also, while I was at it, I took off my front splitter. That thing was all cracked up. It did its job, but this is the old one. And like I said, it was done. And I'm a tool and stuff still up here. Yeah, so that's it. Once I put this belt on, A1, we good. Get that 392 in there. All right, y'all. It is the next day. I ran out of time yesterday finishing up, so I couldn't record the ending. I had to go to work, so I had to hurry up and get it done. I'm gonna just show y'all what it looks like with the new water pump in there, and I'll do like a little recap of everything I did. So if it was hard to understand because the video cut out, then hopefully I'll be able to pick up where I left off. And it did rain a little bit earlier today, so that's the new water pump. And one thing, a couple tips. Make sure you take a good picture of the belt. I had a hard time putting the belt back on because the picture I took didn't come out so great, so it was kind of hard to figure out which way the belt was supposed to go. And also, when I went to put the thermostat back in, I didn't put it back in correctly, so I ended up losing a lot of fluid, and I have to go back and get some more because I lost a lot of coolant because I didn't put the thermostat back in right, and it started leaking on me. So I'll give it a little start up so y'all can hear how quiet it is now as compared to yesterday. When y'all first heard it, it was just god awful. So gotta let that cold start. Alright, so once the car quiets down, you can see feels better, feel like it's running a lot better. But obviously every time somebody put a new part on their car, they say that, but I really feel like it's running better. Shout out to Auto Nation, they're the ones who I got the part from, and a 2-year warranty, so if anything goes wrong with it, I can always take it back and then get a brand new one. But so to recap, all your bolts that you need to take off, they're going to be 13 millimeters. This pulley here is 13 millimeters as well. The tension pulley is going to be a 5/8. So when you take that one off, you're going to need a 5/8 socket for that one. And you got to make sure you remember where all the bolts go, because I didn't have a hard time, but I just had to remember, okay, this one came here. So I kind of tried to stagger it along here to kind of make me remember where everything came from. But yeah, and also you need some kind of clamp or something to get the hose, because I had a hard time with that as well, especially on that lower end. That one, man, that one gave me hell. It just didn't want to come off. So if you can find some kind of clamp, they have a special clamp, I don't know the name of it, but maybe I'll look it up and put it in the I'll put it in the description so you'll know. But that clamp would have came in handy, because that bottom one, it was tough. So like I said, that's just a little recap. Hopefully this video helps somebody, because I seen the ones on YouTube and they had for the 5.7s and stuff like that, but I didn't see any for the 392s 2015 and to 18 or 19. I don't know how far this will go up, but like I said, hopefully this helps you out. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. You know, do what you want to do with your world, but hopefully this helps somebody. All right, peace.